guys, it's Jen from worldofjencraft.com, and today's card is going to be this really sweet card I made with mostly Lawn Fawn products. I am having to do a voiceover because this was a 45-minute video, so I'm trying to speed things up and figured you wouldn't want to sit through that many minutes of watching me do this. So I have all the products listed out that I used. The only thing that was non-Lawn Fawn was a set that I got from My Favorite Things for the dies, and that's what I used for the clouds. I did use the Zig Clean Color Real Brush for my coloring, in addition to the Distress Oxide inks for my background. All of the, well, I'm looking to see where it is. Okay, so all of the measurements will still be up there. You just might have to pause when you get to it. So the card base that I used on this is a little bit smaller than the normal. It was 5 1/4 by 8, and I did that so I could use the entire scalloped rectangle without having any paper come through. So I just made my card base a little bit smaller. So what I'm doing here is I cut out a road just using Whisper White cardstock. So basically just a kind of a scrap cardstock, and I'm just using my washi tape to line it up where I want it. And then I'm going to put some of the Distress Oxide ink on it, and this stuff just goes on like butter. Like, if you haven't ever tried these inks or used them, I think they have to be my favorites right now as far as creating backgrounds with. So this background came together really quickly. In my original card, I actually splattered some water on it. So I had a few little kind of droplets or whatever of water when I was done, but I forgot to do it for this video. But I think the background turned out just as beautiful without it. So what I did is I lined up that road, and then because I didn't want to have any white marks showing through, I went ahead and just inked down into it. And as you can see, I got a little crazy with my blue, but I went right back over it with the green, and it covered over just perfectly. So this road, I just took the hickory smoke ink and just went over it lightly. I thought maybe it looked more like a road. Now I used my watercolor paper for that, which you don't have to, but I kind of like the extra texture that it gave using the watercolor paper. And as you can see, those two dies, one has stitching and one doesn't, but I wanted that stitching on my road, so I went ahead and cut it out first using the road with the lines, and then took it and put it back down and did the stitching. Now with my coloring, you know, I haven't quite gotten down the whole shading thing, and that's what I love about these markers is they kind of just naturally shade, and so I didn't really do anything super fancy with it. I really loved the bright and cherry colors that these little camper and car and the whole entire card was made with. So that blue, I can't think of what the color is offhand. It's a really vibrant bright blue, and I just love the way it colors in. And so is this carmine red. But I love how all of them came together. And as you can see, of course, it's sped up, but it doesn't take much at all to get such a sweet colored in image using these markers. I think they are possibly my favorite. I'm still kind of trying to learn how to shade with the Copics, but with this, it just kind of does it for you. And maybe when I get brave, I'll start adding other colors in with it, but for now, it's just a singular color each time. So I went ahead and just colored in all of my images, and so as you can see, it's going really fast. I feel like I'm doing this play-by-play sports, like a sports announcer. I haven't quite gotten the hang of doing voiceovers yet, but again, I didn't feel like you guys wanted to spend 35 minutes watching. Well, it was initially 45 minutes, and then I managed to edit out about 10 minutes, so then it was like down to 34 minutes-ish, which I felt was just still a little bit too long to throw out there as a video. I know some of you guys enjoy that, but I don't know. I just felt like I might have to go ahead and do a voiceover with this. You still get the whole entire project by doing it this way. So the trees, I just used 2 different colors for them, and I just love how they ended up turning out on the card by the way you layer them and stack them. I have never really been much of a scene builder, so in this new little journey of mine, this new adventure of branching out into other products, I'm learning how to create scenes with my stamp sets, and I have to say it's a lot more fun and less stressful than I thought it was going to. The images, especially in this little camping set, just came together really super quickly. And I don't know, oh yeah, so this is where I'm going to show you how to do the borders. So I used the stitched rectangles, the outside in from Lawn Fawn, and I took the largest rectangle and then took the second largest and lined them up so they were even inside of my Big Shot. And it comes out to be this really cool frame that you can use. And then the inside, as you see, I discarded it. It can be used for another project. So I do like how that border turned out. So I went ahead, and this is going to get adhered onto the bottom, or the second road that I did. So I'm just going to run a little adhesive on it, and I do like the liquid adhesive for this. So I wanted the white road, you know, like you have your white lines on the road, which is why I ended up cutting out 2 of them and putting one on top of the other. Now for this one, I just put the adhesive on the bottom portion of it, and I did that because I wanted to be able to tuck my trees underneath of the road so it looked like it was, you know, on the other side of the road or behind the road. So that's why I just put adhesive on the back, or on that bottom portion. So that's just going to go on top of our scalloped. And oh, yep, there I decided I just wanted it again on the outer portion of my frame because I wanted to tuck my trees in again into the under portion of the frame, but I also had a couple of them coming out. So see there, I have it kind of tucked in, and if I would have put adhesive all the way on that inner border, it wouldn't have been able to tuck in. And then this little tiny tree, I kind of thought I would have them hanging out over the border a little bit. I don't know, maybe just adds a little bit extra dimension there. And then I did the same with the little trees on the other side. And I did not put adhesive down purposely because I kind of like the extra dimension that the trees have without loading them up with adhesive. So I put just a little tiny glue dot behind each one just to secure them. And then I did the same with the clouds. I kind of tucked them underneath of the frame just to kind of give the illusion of maybe you're looking into a picture or outside of a window. I don't know, but I kind of liked the way that looked. And I just put regular adhesive on the back of my camper, but I did pop up my car. And I kind of did that so it would cover over the hitch. And there's that last little flower. And I'm going to grab the stamp. I just love that. It's just like it totally came together when I added the happy trails to it. So I put the adhesive on the card front this time and adhered it to the back because I wanted to make sure that it was centered within the scallops on that. And of course, I had to add my favorite wink of Stella. Now, when coloring over the colors like that, just make sure you wipe off your wink of Stella before you move on to the next one. So that's it. That is the card. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I don't know, maybe I'll do another play-by-play another time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.